Greetings everyone, my name is Melek Mikael Shalomo. Welcome to Melek Shalomo Trading, and I want to give all esteem and glory unto Yahusha Mashiach and our Alua. In the name of Yahusha Mashiach, our King and High Priest, Kohen forever through the order of Melchizedek, the elect one who sits at the right hand of Alua, our El Shaddai. All esteem, honor, and glory goes up to Yahuwah's Kodesh name. Hallelujah unto Yahuwah's Kodesh name. Amen and amen. Alright, so I'm going to do a little technical analysis here on the ES, and I'm going to go over the Wycoff theory and the distribution phase we're going through right now, and how this could be a very contrarian kind of view on the market right now, right? So let me just say today is the 6th of November 2024. It's 10:06 p.m. Eastern Time. And let's get into this contrarian view I have here. Now, this is based on the Wycoff theory, as I said. So, firstly, we had this phase A, right? So, we had the preliminary stop, or the preliminary supply, my bad, that red line right there. That's at 59.0375. We have the buying climax here at 59.19, and then we get the automatic reaction, which is at 58.50, and then we get the secondary stop at 58.9275, right? After that, we get an uptrust, which is at 59.2725. After the uptrust is created, we get into phase B, right? So move out of phase A, that yellow rectangle right there, change of character from the uptrend, move into phase B. We move down, we create a minor sign of weakness, right? So previously in my prior video on this technical analysis of the Wycoff theory, I was looking at this as this was interesting because we were moving out of phase B and having a change of character here, but we didn't get like a uptrust after distribution yet, right? So that was a little strange to me, but I was working with what I'm seeing, right? So what actually happened here, we created this minor sign of weakness, right? Still in phase B, moved down and created this this ice level right here. So it's basically the lows of the phase B, right? So I was labeling this sign of weakness and thinking, well, okay, we're not going to get an automatic, an uptrust after distribution. Maybe it's that weak that we're not going to get that push up, right? But the distribution phase is actually playing out in a more uniform manner right now, because now we get this ice level, because I had the ice level down here, right, with the automatic reaction. I think it was, yeah, I had the ice level at this level, or this level here, can't remember exactly. But now the ice level is the low of phase B, right? So as soon as we create that dip down there, which is it's a sign of weakness, right? And to how we label this the ice is that now we push above and create the uptrust after distribution. So it's after the first uptrust, which is this slight uptrust right there over the buying climax, which is at 59.2725. After we make the low in phase B, we move out of phase B if we push up and create that uptrust. So now we're in phase C, right? So moving from phase C, we're supposed to go into phase D. So phase C is a very short phase, right? Because with this uptrust here, now I'm going to open this up a little bit and kind of break down what's supposed to happen here. And I was saying, right, that in my prior video, I was saying maybe we would get something like this happening again from this level. So with the event that happened, this was a good catalyst for it to make this move. Excuse me. And I also want to point out something here, right? All right, so for us to make this 192 points to the upside, it took us 114 1-hour bars. So 114 hours. It took us basically 6 days and 22 hours to make this up move, right? 192 points, right? Now I'm gonna show you what's happening here. Right, so for us to get to this level here, right, 203.50 points, it took us 38 bars, 1 day, 16 hours, right, to get to this level right here, which is basically, maybe I overshoot it a little bit. Hold on 1 second. From this level right here, right, to this level. So I'm going to the buying climax, right? So we got to the buying climax at this level right, this candle right here. So 193 points took us 38 bars. So remember over here, it took us how much? 114 bars. So it took us 38 bars, 38 1-hour bars to get to push up to 193, right? So I'm pointing that out to say this. The quick run up here, this vertical move, is basically going to leave a lot of unfinished business, right? I'm just explaining this to lead into what I'm going to say next, right? This is going to leave a lot of unfinished business right here, right? On auction price ranges, right? And this right here is basically chasing price, right? So buyers looking at it, this first candle coming in here, right? This consolidation bull flag, and then they see this other breakout again. Now people start chasing, right? They start buying in, and what you're seeing here is people taking profit, right? And when we actually get up to this level here, this is why today we didn't have a major follow through around the open, right? Which is right at the open we actually took profit, right? So let me just let's open this up here and just look at some VPA for a second, right? Volume price analysis, right? So let's start from around 8 o'clock, right? Or when the volume starts coming in. Let's start from 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock we get selling. Basically, people are taking profit, right? We look at the volume here. We have approximately 283,751, right? Now the second candle after that, let's open this up a little more, make sure you guys can see this. Right, so the next candle after that, we get this candle right here. Buying volume, same volume, approximately the same range, but inside, right? Inside the range. So it's a smaller candle, same volume, and major buying, selling wick, right? So we could safely say that people are taking profits, sellers are entering the market, right? Now we get this candle here. Inside this one's range as well, we get half the volume. So I'd say that this candle is overshooting the volume reach, right? Then we get another drop off. So volume is dropping off, half of the volume is going in here. Then it's looking like half of the volume here, or let's say 2/3 of the volume came in on this candle. Now we're starting to see some real volume to bar relationship, right? So we're getting a narrow bar, indecision kind of bar, and low volume. We get a little more volume on this one. We get a little more range, right? Coming over here, we're seeing weakness starting to develop. Smaller range, almost the same volume, right? Way smaller than this one, almost the same volume, just a little lower. Then we have this candle here with the selling wicks and major volume, right? This is at 1500 hours, 3 p.m. So what we're seeing here is a lot of buying coming into the market, right? People entering positions, but there's someone selling on top of them and they're keeping the price real tight, right? So right at this area here, 59,600, I mean 59, what am I saying? 5960, right? Is an area where they definitely wanted to offload positions, right? Because we could see it with the volume, almost came into the RTH opens volume range. Let's see how much volume went into that. We have 244,881 contracts, right? And this is the range we got. We got basically how much range? How much of a price range in this candle? Let's see here. So we got 15 points out of 247,657 contracts, right? So I would say it's safe to say that that's an anomaly, and we have sellers entering the market right here. Now, we can see a marked up candle, right? Push back up to this level, low volume, right? This is at the close, right? Now, as we open here, this is what I want to say now with the Wycoff theory. What's supposed to happen here now is we're supposed to start getting a dip back into the range, right? Or, well, let me not say or, let me not go to the bullish side just yet. If this is the uptrust after distribution, this was the first uptrust, this is the uptrust after distribution, we're supposed to start pushing back into this range, right? We're supposed to come back, test the secondary stop, and then we're supposed to start moving down again, like aggressively, right? Right, so I want to show, as I mentioned here before, this is chasing price, buyers jumping in, right? Running into sellers. VP is showing some anomalies here. Large volume, no price movement, right? Sellers in the market. So if we do get the Wyckoff theories price action move, we come down here, we retest the secondary stop, and then we start getting some liquidation, right? Now, the reason for the liquidation is on auction prices, right? You see these sweeps right here. Look at this. This is happening on low volume in the ETH, right? So players are just jumping in, algos are jumping in, and they're moving price because there is no opposition in the market, right? So they're sweeping through these price levels, right? With the event happening, they're sweeping through price levels, no resistance. Look at this candle right here, basically no resistance. I guess some of the algos have like a little take profit kind of meter. They took some profit, pushed up, and then when we run into the RTH open, take profit, sellers start entering the market, right? Basically barely any follow through, and then we have the anomaly right here, right? Heavy volume, 15 points. So I'm looking for tomorrow, we have the FOMC Feds meeting. I'm looking for price to make the Wyckoff theory moves and drop back down. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen all in one day, right? But we might see some of this travels back down to these levels, right? Now, everybody is super bullish, so we could linger up here a little more if market makers want to take profit or they want to offload some of their positions to bring it back down, right, to get some better prices, then make that up move to like 60,000. Hear me, 60,000. Why I keep saying 60,000? Like I'm thinking about Bitcoin or something. to get to 6,000, right? They might want to offload some of their positions, right? Bring it back down here, reaccumulate, and then push up to 6,000, right? So everyone here right now is super bullish. You know, they want to jump in every long, and this is what happened to them here today. They got liquidated like retail traders. They tried to go long and they got liquidated, right? That's what you're seeing happening there. Going long on these reversals, boom, it pulling right back, right? Trying to jump in and getting no movement, no movement, no movement, liquidation, right? So I'm looking to see if this is going to materialize tomorrow. And I might not trade tomorrow until after the FOMC meeting. So even if this starts playing out, I'll be a little hesitant to even jump in these moves because just like I was saying, just as I could see this, you know, algorithms and these big traders could see stuff like this, they could counteract these moves and push it even higher. So this doesn't necessarily have to be the uptrust, right? We could take it further. We could get up to 6,000, right? Easily, and then make a reversal. So let me just go back over this here. So this is what I was saying on the prior. I didn't move these labels. This was the prior setup. Possible continuation lower if we broke down the break above this bearish candle, bullish breakout level above bearish candle engulfing this one right here. It engulfed all these candles. If we get a bullish move, that's a breakout move right there. Retest of this GPZ level, which is the golden pivot zone, Camarilla artery and central pivot, and then they didn't look back from there, right? Now this is what I'm looking at for tomorrow. Let's go down to the 5-minute chart and we can see some of the Camarilla setups. And as you can see, I cleaned up the chart for you guys, right? You know, I'm a messy chart kind of guy, man. So, all right. So this is the golden pivot zone here, right? Camarilla S3 is in a higher value relationship. Camarilla S3 is now higher than previous days Camarilla R3. So it's sitting at 59.16.38. Central pivot is at 59.13.25. So that's a support zone right there, right? Now, Camarilla R3, R1, that's a resistance zone right there, right? So that's a copper, I call it a copper zone. So if this is a golden pivot zone with the central pivot, if we have a double pivot zone, I just call it a copper zone, right? So R1 is the first bullish target. This could possibly be the uptrust, right? We could possibly make here the uptrust, or you could actually see here R2 and Camarilla R4 is sitting at 6,041. So it's within the range of the 6,000s. So R1 is definitely hitting the 6,000 mark. Camarilla R3 is what? It's exactly 6,000. What am I saying? I was saying Camarilla R4 is the target, but this is definitely the target right here. Camarilla R3 is sitting at 6,000. R1 6,005. So you definitely might, well, not definitely, could get a little overshoot, right? So if it remains bullish, we could get up to these levels. I'm going to look for a black sun strategy around this level. Maybe we start failing here, taking profit heavily. I could catch the short and start getting that breakdown to the theory I was looking for. After the uptrust, we start getting the move to the downside. Let me use the arrows, right? So would look for like a traverse play back down. This is the secondary stop that I wanted to break down, retest, and then break down again. So if I feel like trading tomorrow, because you know it's FOMC, who knows what could happen. If I feel like trading tomorrow, I see this setup materializing, then I'll take this setup here, right? Look for a black sun strategy setup right here, or a breakdown of this golden pivot zone, So I wouldn't be looking for support buys right here. I wouldn't be looking for a bowling green right here too much. Right now, if it does start to show signs of buying accumulation at that level, then I'll take it. Right? Bowling green reversal. Right? So yeah, basically, I don't think I might chase it now. If I do get a bowling green somewhere around like R1, I guess, to R3, it's not really something I want to take though. I'd rather look to see if we get that black sun strategy right there. So it's a counter trend trade I'll be looking for, just in line with my theory, right? So at this level here, if we start breaking down this golden pivot zone, I'll be looking for a 365 strategy setup at the golden pivot zone right here. So it's basically a breakdown, retest of like a first lower deviation or second lower deviation around these levels for a move lower, retest and lower again. So I'll be looking for the same thing right here, a 365 coming back up, right? So a breakdown coming back up, look for the level right here, look for the strategy entry right there, and take the breakdown from there, right? So yeah, that's basically my trade setup right there. So it's a little contrarian to the bullish narrative that's happening right now. 6,000 is right there. I guess the bulls could definitely take a little open range breakout, probably get there real quick. Let's see if sellers come back in. On the 5-minute chart, you could see this in more detail here. We have the engulfing candle and the big volume right there. Right, so we have the engulfing candle right there. Low volume on that. On the 5-minute chart, this is looking like buying absorption, right? So we have like a stoppage in the selling, buying absorption, and this is looking a little more bullish on the 5-minute chart with that pattern, right? So it's looking like it's soaking up the selling right there, right? But definitely some sellers came in, volume not too high though, right? But we did get the reversal pattern right there, right? It just creep back up after that. So basically, I'm just working on the 1-hour chart, how that whole little price action there worked out, right? But on a 5-minute chart, though, I must say that looks like buying absorption. We haven't broken down. When we started selling, we got another engulfing right here in the ETH. No follow through. Got some buying pivots, those green arrows, and continue to the upside, right? Let me just see if I could throw on these, not that one. I'd have to fix it, hold on. So what I'm doing is re-anchoring it to the ETH open. All right, so this is like my bowling green strategy here where we come down to, so it's happening here a couple times, right? This one here worked out. It's accumulation between -2 VWAP, second lower deviation and first lower deviation. Then you get a breakout, take it up to first upper deviation. So that was a good trade right there. This is like the black sun strategy, right? A rejection right there of the first upper deviation and the second upper deviation because it poked up or got almost to that level. Let me see. Let me open some up here real quick. We have the quantum trading pivot level, and these work out quite well, right? Like anytime these show up on the chart over these candles, you usually get like a reversal, right? So I got to look out for these a little more. You see this one right here, reversal, right? So they pop up when this candle is being created. So they don't even, it doesn't even have to happen on the, it doesn't come in like it's anticipatory, right? It comes in before the selling, right? So reversal pivot, big engulfing candle came down here, and now we get the accumulation again between second lower deviation, first lower deviation, and we get a nice breakout right there, held above the first lower deviation, pushed back up, got the first target, hit the second target. First upper deviation, second upper deviation. So that's my bowling green strategy right there. 2 times it worked out. This one right here, entry level right here. Take it up to first and second upper deviation. So around these levels here, I'd be looking for a black sun strategy, but this is already up at the third upper deviation. So if we start seeing a breakdown here, retest maybe, and then a breakdown again, that's the black sun strategy entries right there or there, right? But these have to line up with a pivot level. So I'm just showing you with the VWAP bands only. You know what I'm saying? So these have to, for me, these have to line up with a pivot level as well. All right, y'all. So that's my contrarian view on the market. I'm not saying that it's not going to be bullish, but I'm saying that this is uptrust after distribution and might not just go to the moon, right? We might have to come back and clear up some of that auction that we did, right, in this run up right here, right? So might have to clean up that a little bit and re-auction around here, or maybe even start all over. All right, y'all. So it's Malek Shalomo. I hope you all enjoyed the breakdown. If it doesn't go as planned, you know what I mean, it's just trading. You know what I'm saying? We just work with theories we have to break down market structure. And if not this, then that. You know what I'm saying? That's basically trading right there. If it doesn't break down, then it's going to go up, right? I have a thesis on why I think it might stop around these levels here. And let's see if it plays out. If my setup arrives, I take the setup. If it doesn't arrive, we go super bullish. Then accumulation here. I could take a support level breakout or like a break above, like a retest of like a first upper deviation or second upper deviation, holding as support, and we take it up to R4. So if not this, then that. You know what I mean? That's how trading goes. All right, y'all. So it's Malek Shalomo. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.